You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Why are you dressed like that, CJ? What the hell is wrong with you?
CJ, can you do some high knees?
Is that a towel he has tucked in his shorts? Why are we allowing this?
It's a towel.
Why are we allowing this?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're positioned, we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Thursday, September 4th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, NFL season starts tonight. The Cowboys are playing against the Eagles on national TV. We will get to that game and this upcoming NFL season. In addition to that, we'll get ready for the college football weekend with Brian Edwards from VegasInsider.com. He will join us today at 1 o'clock, give us his picks for the weekend. Good week one performance by Senor Edwards. We'll get to that. We'll also get to the news and notes today, including the Grizzlies making a roster move right before we went on the air. Not what we expected on a September 4th. In addition to that, there is another signing that is taking place in the NBA. The Clippers' Kawhi Leonard story got advanced a little bit. Got a lot of stuff to get to. It's a Thursday. It's beautiful outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. All right, bunch of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is the NFL season is starting tonight. I have been more excited in the past about the first game of the NFL season, but I will say that at least I get it over with. And at least whatever my agony very well may be, it is over by... I'll have to take the beating tomorrow. But then by the time we get to the weekend, I'm just going to get to enjoy a week one of the NFL by Friday night, that game that's going on in Brazil, and then obviously all day on Sunday. But with the season kicking off tonight, we are going to go through some NFL stuff for the upcoming season. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, in your set. Johnny Beckpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carve, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser. He's John the Polluter.
You shouldn't be as down.
What are you talking about?
As you are.
Huh?
You shouldn't. You should be excited about tonight.
So nice.
No, it's not about the being nice. Like, dude, they lost 5 starters on defense.
Who did?
The Eagles.
Oh, okay.
And you added Pickens. Like, you might be able to score on them.
We might be able to score on them.
Yeah, you can probably put up some points now. I don't know if you can stop. I don't know
Gas me up, Roser.
I don't know if you can stop them.
Gas me up.
I don't know if you can stop them, but you might be able to score.
Hey, this is the God's truth.
All right.
Nobody believes in us.
Nobody does.
Nobody.
Here we go.
The problem is your quarterback is now a statue, though. He can't move anymore.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I've watched the Cowboys.
You don't know that.
Years. He can't really move anymore.
You don't know that.
Ever since that ankle, man.
Nobody believes in us. 90-something% of the bets are going to be on the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, shock the world. Shock the world.
Shock the world.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla. Mr. Mass. Navajo Joe. The reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's Diesel Walker 93.
We're flying like an eagle tonight, baby.
No, ride the wave.
No, we're not.
Ride the wave.
Whoever the Cowboys are playing, I'm riding against them, so ain't no
Your
ride
surfboard. Your surfboard.
My dog, Donovan McNabb, bro, one of my favorite
riding
quarterbacks.
on your surfboard.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got 16 black quarterbacks starting in week 1 this year.
Is that true?
For the largest number in NFL
16?
history. 16 black QBs, man, starting week 1. Shout out to the
Russell
black
Wilson, you're counting him?
No, bro, he's just on the graphic.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
He's on the graphic.
So, yeah, 16 black quarterbacks starting week 1. I know people be like, hey, why do you care about black quarterbacks? Because at one point in time, bro, people don't want that many of us. So now we got 16 of them starting week 1. Shout out to the black quarterbacks, man, riding tonight.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, man. It's almost half the league, right?
Yeah,
it is half the league.
Half the league, man.
Yeah.
Black quarterback going up.
32 teams.
It is exactly half the league. So I gotta say, was not thrilled. All right, so was not thrilled this morning as I got up and I was taking William to school and I was getting in the car and I said, "Hey, man, you think they're gonna shock the world tonight?" And this dude looked right at me and he goes, "No."
Thanks, William. Keep it a bean. This fake optimism over here.
I said, that's not the attitude we need.
Yeah.
That's not the attitude we need. That's not the attitude. You're not ready. I said, George Pickens is a Dallas Cowboy. And he's like, I know. And I was like, all right, man. All right, enough of that. I look, one of the things I will say, so I told you I was in that, I'm in that skins league, the NFL skins league. And now, this is a little more important to me. Forget tonight's game, but the season is a little more important. So I woke up. We had Tony in yesterday and didn't do the NFL stuff. And so I'm going to tell you guys the way this all played out on Tuesday night when we had our Skins League draft. So you have to draft either teams' wins or teams' losses. Obviously, as you know, by the time you get to the end, it's bleak. Right, like you're really choosing like teams that have season win totals of 8.5. Right at that point, like you're kind of down to because there's a group that the way I did it, I made a cheat sheet, and so if you're based on your season win total, so here's kind of our guiding light as to what Vegas is saying these teams are going to do. And so inevitably, there's going to be the 11.5s, right? So that means your win total is either 11.5 or your loss total is 11.5, right? You are expected, your over-under is like 5.5. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're talking about teams like the Titans, et cetera, like those kind of teams, right? There's only one 12.5 in the entire league. That would either be your win total or your loss total, right? There's only one 12.5 in the entire league. They were by themselves. And then there's a bunch of 11.5s, right? So you're talking about the Bills, you're talking about the Ravens, you're talking about the Chiefs. These teams are like, they have 11.5 wins. And then there's that group of 11.5 losses, which would be like the Jets and the Titans and that group, right? There's only one 12.5. And I already told you that these other good teams are not them. So you know it's losses. It is the Saints. They're the only 12.5.
Yeah.
Their win total is 4.5. All right. They didn't go, I don't know what pick they went. Maybe like 4th in our draft or something like that. Because typically you want to take the wins. So like we took the Ravens with our first pick. And then we came back and we got the Jets losses, which even got better yesterday. I hate that they had an injury, but they lost their right guard for the whole season yesterday. They're going to be terrible.
They're going to be so bad.
And then we got Broncos wins, which we just believed in Broncos wins, right? There's a minimum amount of games that Sean Payton's going to win. They added to a defense that was already like metrically number 1 last year and whatever. But that's how the beginning of the draft went, right? You get down to the end, and that's where this is like very dicey. And I didn't stand up for myself, okay? I didn't stand up for myself on this. I let House, because me and Joe House are a team, right? We split this. So we're on FaceTime together, and we're talking about like what we're going to do with this. Kind of we're at the last pick, right? And I woke up yesterday morning, and I was like, I can't believe I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't fight for myself.
Oh, no.
And I knew it immediately after we did it. And so now this is something we could keep track of the entire NFL season. Right after we did it, so like I think with our second to last pick, we took like Arizona, which was a flyer, right? And their schedule is cake, and they weren't terrible last year. Again, you're dealing with teams, like, it's hard if you get to the end. But the last pick that we took, and I did not fight for Cowboys wins. Somebody had already taken Cowboys losses.
That's what you should have took.
Okay. But I didn't fight for Cowboys wins. And with our last pick, we had Bears wins.
Ooh.
And we got done, and I said, I can't believe I didn't fight for this. And he's like, he's believed in he thinks the Bears thing could go the right way, right? And I'm like, look, man. I know that all the press is bad. I know Jerry's goofy, whatever. When Dak is upright, they don't have bad records. That's the truth. It's the same thing I fight about all the time. People can bag on Dak all they want. Go look at his record. When they've stunk, it's because and hell, they damn near had a chance at making the playoffs last year with Cooper Rush. It was ridiculous, right? And Dak is... But when he has been healthy, they have been a winning team, and a lot of times a big-time winning team. The same way I always fight about the Grizzlies, and I'm like, if John Morant plays, they're good. End of story. They win 60-something% of their games. And the same is true when Dak Prescott has been he got knocked out for over half the season last year, but in the seasons that he has played, they've had a lot more. Like, they were 8-8 one of the years. Generally, they have not been a losing team when he has played. Yeah. So... But I got it. And look, I look at the schedule, and it's hard to find the wins as well, especially after trading Micah Parsons. That being said, on the Bears front, so I didn't fight for the Bears thing. And then, because I didn't, then me and Joe made a side bet. So I have the Cowboys, he has the Bears, and I'm like, if you're wrong about this, I'm gonna be so mad. So then I'm driving this morning, I'm bopping around, taking William to school, and I'm listening to Bill Simmons and Peter Schrager do their NFL storylines deal. I love Peter Schrager. And Schrager is talking up the Bears. I'm like, oh, the Bears? He's talking about Ben Johnson, right? Ben Johnson could have had any job in the world. Don't let anybody fool you. Any job he wanted. He turned down Carolina. He turned down the North Carolina college job. He turned down Jacksonville. He didn't. All these jobs. They all wanted Ben Johnson. He's the boy wonder, right? That was responsible in large part for the Lions offense, right? Yeah. And so he's great. And he said, and this is the job he wanted. He wanted Chicago. He wanted Chicago, despite the fact that he was going to be going up against Brian Flores, who once discarded him, and he was going up against Minnesota, and he was going up against all these teams, right? Like, that division's good.
Right.
He wanted that, and he wanted to coach Caleb, too. Yeah. He wanted that Bears job. And then he tells this story, which was crazy. He said Ben Johnson, I guess, look, this went past us. You know, stuff happens in the offseason once the Super Bowl's over or whatever, and these teams are making their hires. We are in the thick of NBA season, typically when that's going on, and college basketball and everything else that's going on. So it's not like we're paying big attention. You got to really do something like the biting kneecaps press conference that Dan Campbell had for it to get your attention.
Right.
But anyways, or the goofy guy in the Jacksonville, Duval, that guy, right?
That was terrible.
Right. Liam Cohen. Evidently, so Schrager tells this story about how Ben Johnson gets up there and talks about how he can't wait to beat Matt LaFleur.
Mm-hmm.
And Schrager is like, that's kind of odd, right? Because, I mean, that's kind of thing that, like, Mike McDaniel and Sean McVay, or Mike McDaniel and, like, Kyle Shanahan or whatever, right? Like, these all guys, many of them have coached together, know each other, whatever, right? And so he tells the story that he gets up there and talks about beating Matt LaFleur, like, by name. Can't wait to beat Matt LaFleur. And so Schrager said, I called Matt LaFleur. And he was like, what's that all about? Are you guys like, how far does this go back? Whatever. And Matt LaFleur goes, I don't know that guy at all. I never met him.
He's just a psycho.
Yes,
He's just a psycho. Yeah, it looked crazy.
He said, I don't know him.
I like that.
And I was like, bro, no way.
I like that in my head coach.
Because you just figure if a guy calls out another coach by name, I can't wait to beat this guy. It's like,
there's something there.
Like, you know what I mean? They bunked together when they were both, underlings for, Mike Shanahan back in the day. Like, you know how many of those other guys were, like the McDaniel, McVay, Shanahan, all those guys. Like, there's so many of these guys that are in, like, these fraternities together that have coached together forever. Evidently, this Ben Johnson guy doesn't know Matt LaFleur at all and said this at the press conference. Then Schrager keeps on talking them up about the Bears. And then Simmons is like, all right, so if I was going to tell you that 3 teams from the NFC North are going to make the playoffs this year, what would your 3 be? And he was like, still the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. And I was like, wait, what?
Right.
I was like, you just talked up the Bears for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Exactly. You had me gassed up.
Yeah, they got dudes though, bro. They got the Roma Dunze, DJ Moore. They got Luther Burden from Missouri.
They say
DeAndre Swift, right?
Yeah, they got dudes, bro.
It's the rookie from Michigan, the tight end Loveland. That they say they're going to really involve him.
Well, and also that Ben Johnson guy he might be a total genius. He might be. He might be a total genius. You got
to keep Caleb upright too, because he was running for his life last year.
Look at what he did with Detroit.
Yeah,
I mean, they were unbelievable.
Caleb.
And so, and the other thing is with Caleb, he's not. One of the things he was explaining is he's always been a created himself kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson is more of a run our play,
get rid of the
timing,
ball. Get rid of the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
You don't get sacked 68 times if you get the ball out quick.
I will make you awesome. Throw the ball where you're supposed to throw the ball. I will call the right plays. I will show you where this is what Shanahan does.
Yeah.
Right? This is what O'Connell does
Make it
in
easy
Minnesota,
on you.
right? It's like so many of these guys are a function of whatever kind of coaching they have.
Yep.
And so it's like you've got to kind of take a round, you got to put it in a square hole here with Caleb Williams. But evidently, like there are signs where they were cooking, even in the preseason, where they had their ones out there and looked really good. So maybe he'll be right. But I'll tell you, it does come down to that, where I didn't even take my team with the last pick in the Skins draft.
Man.
I know. It hurt. And it's bothered me ever since. It has. And maybe they're going to be horrible. I don't know. But I will say, nobody in the free world thinks they're going to win tonight. Nobody.
Nah. Even your players on your team don't think you're going to win tonight.
That's not true.
Everybody finna gas y'all up. Valero, man. No Valero around here, bro. Cowboys going to get beat 35-10 tonight.
Don't let them win.
Oh, no. If I win, I might not show up tomorrow.
You might not show up tomorrow.
The Cowboys,
you might not show up tomorrow.
I'm going to call it 6
I saw a guy this morning. I was walking out of the gas station. A guy walked in a Cowboys hat.
Oh, Lord.
And I said, I hope we don't get killed tonight. He goes, you and me too. That was the conversation. We don't have our chest out anymore.
I love it.
I said, I hope we don't get killed tonight.
I am here for 2025.
You
the
cannot take out.
humbling of Cowboy fans is my favorite thing in the world. I love it so much. I love it.
You need to. You said you have gone to a therapist. You really do.
I do go to a therapist. I know,
but you need to
football.
But your dad is a massive Cowboys fan.
Cares?
You wanting him to be miserable is something you need to talk through.
It's me and my dad.
It is.
We bond over Tiger football, other stuff.
You need to talk through it.
Pops.
Nobody wants their dad to be mad.
My dad not gonna be mad. I think my dad's already coped with this season already. I'm gonna call he probably listen to the show right now. Dad, I'm gonna call you after the show. I'm gonna ask you how you feel about your Cowboys being ass this year.
I tell you this, I got mad as hell this morning over Adam Schefter.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got mad about Adam Schefter.
What did he do to you, bro?
Okay, here's the deal. So because you're right, okay, anytime there's going to be the big game that's going to be the featured game of the year, there's going to be, this goes without, no matter what happens, right? Now they're going to be the big article about the game, right? there's going to be some kind of newsworthy item that comes out about the game. So what is the newsworthy item that comes out of tonight's Cowboys versus Eagles? Well, they've already gone past all the Micah Parsons stuff, right? So that can't be it. And then they, and now are they going to do the Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts? I saw them this morning talking about how they're the new Belichick and Brady. The new Belichick and Brady. Give me a break.
Oh, I know what this was.
So this was.
I know what it was.
Oh, this was.
Oh, wait,
hey.
what was it,
Oh, yeah, Adam Schefter. The Eagles wanted to trade for Micah Parsons. Okay, you son of a bitch. Who? Who did they want to trade? Destroy their season. Who did they want to trade?
Put the name
Put
out
it
there.
out there.
Yeah.
Don't get the they don't get the credit of, hey, look how much they want to win. They tried to trade for Micah Parsons. Look at how much they care. Look at how much they care about their fans. Look how much they care about winning another Super Bowl. In fact, even though they're already loaded, even though they've already got all these players, they're trying to trade for Micah Parsons. For who? For who? Put the names out there. Don't cover for them. Don't caress their grundle and then cover for them.
Caress their,
This is
caress
gross.
their grundle.
This is a disgusting report. Disgusting. The Eagles called the Cowboys to see if they could acquire. Okay,
Bring him back home.
And then Jerry said "F off" and hung up the phone. But they get so you get the benefit of this?
Right. Who were they going to trade?
Who were you trading?
Yeah.
Look, man.
Oh, you got the story? Then give me the story. If you got the story, give me the story. They don't get the credit for, hey, they wanted to trade for Micah Parsons. Who did they want to trade? Let their locker room find out who they wanted to trade. So that they can look around and they can say, oh, man, they were going to trade your ass for Micah Parsons. That's gross.
Oh, man.
Who were they giving up for Micah Parsons?
Well, we know what
What if
we
the
know
GM
what would
was
have
just
gotten it
playing
done.
chess, bro?
Huh?
What if the GM was just playing chess?
They're not playing chess.
We know. Hey, we know from what you got for him what would have gotten it done.
Yep.
Jalen Carter and 2 firsts.
There you
No,
go.
hell no. You ain't doing that.
done.
Don't do that. Nope. You don't get to do that.
Jalen Carter,
You
2
don't get to
firsts
do
would have
that.
gotten it
You
done.
don't get to do that.
Unbelievable.
I guarantee you the Cowboys did that. They probably said, give us Jalen Carter.
And they were like,
Unbelievable.
If you want us to do that, give us Jalen Carter.
we're not. No. Hey, look, your boy Jerry hung up the phone because he was smart enough not to trade him to the
No.
Eagles.
The Eagles don't get the credit for making the call to try to get Micah Parsons without. Then
that's so
report it, bro.
stupid. There are other-
Report it, bro.
Because there
report
are
it.
tons
Who
of
were
teams
they
that
giving
called.
up? What's the rest of the story?
There were tons of teams
Who were
that
they
called
giving
about
up?
He
Micah.
left the tea leaves.
Ruin their locker room. Ruin it.
No.
Ruin their locker room.
He want his season to be ruined.
Oh,
just
and
like
let
the
A.J. Brown get 2 targets tonight.
Yep.
He might do that on his own.
Yeah, he's reading a book.
Right.
He's reading. And you know what? And I don't even like. I got to do anything I can to keep my mind off of this because the last time we saw these idiots, they were like throwing the Chiefs around like rag dolls.
Yep.
Like couldn't block them.
BTA.
Couldn't block them.
BTA.
Josh
bro.
Sweat had a claim for Super Bowl MVP. He's gone though.
Good.
They lost
Look,
5 starters
you
on
s-
defense.
hey.
They got a bunch of young guys got to step up now.
Then they gonna step up tonight and bust the Cowboys' head on national TV tonight. I cannot wait. What you gonna order for food tonight while you watch your Cowboys team lose?
I don't know. I think we'll probably go down to my dad's house. I'd imagine. Which is always fun, no matter what. Like, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's a
that
family thing, yeah.
You know what? This is all joking aside and all ranting aside. I will say, it is always special to me whenever, my parents are older now, and one of my best friends just lost his mom last week. I am at the age where people's parents, right, are, most of our parents are in their 70s and 80s now, and last week, one of my best buddies, his mother passed away out of nowhere, right? Was out walking and collapsed, and by the time she got to the hospital, she was gone, and I've seen what they've gone through over the course of the past week, and it breaks my heart, right? And it's like, there's a lot of my peers that have lost their parents, and so I am always, in all honesty, insanely grateful that anytime that a season begins, sometimes I talk about how, like, sports sometimes can mean more to you than just whatever the game is and whether they win or lose. And the fact that whenever we get to another first game of the season, that means that we've made it to another football season where at least, because now my son is 15 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
His whole life, my dad and my mom and dad moved down here when William was a toddler. And so his whole life, that's what we've been able to do. And I am so intensely grateful and thankful for it. I never take that for granted, right? Because there's going to come a day where the season begins and we're not going to get to do that anymore. And so every time the season begins, I always get super excited because that means there's another chance, right? And I never met my grandfather. My sister is 7 years older than me, and my grandfather died long before she was born, right? My dad's dad, he was I want to say 51, I think, young 50s. My dad was 21 or 22, I think, when my grandfather died. He just suddenly dropped. He actually died on a golf course, no less. Was out playing golf after church one day and just boom, had a blockage or something like that, something that happened. But so and my other grandfather, he died when I was 4. So I had a great grandfather. I knew my great grandfathers, but I never had my granddad around. And so the fact that my kids get to go down there, right? My kids have all their grandparents, all of them. They're all still around, and I'm very grateful for that as well. But at least we get to go down there, and I will say, the misery is better together. It is. It is better.
Yeah,
even if we're mad, we're all mad, and we're all getting to complain, right? And then when we're happy, it's euphoria, right? And so, and then my mom will come in intermittently and be like, William, how's school going? And my dad will be like, get out of here.
It's boys time. Yeah.
I'm going to, you know what I mean? I never take that for granted. There's going to be a time where that's not happening anymore. And I'm now at that age where I can look back and I can be like, you know what, this is not, I'm glad I get to do this again. Because inevitably, there will be a moment tonight. And my mom will walk in there and she'll be like, Bill, do you want any food? He'll be like, not right now, right? Or she'll try to talk to William and she'll be like, fine. She'll just turn around and go back in, watch her Hallmark movie in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When it's football time, it's football time.
That's it. And so tonight, when you ask me about the food thing, I don't know. We'll probably have eaten beforehand. I don't want to eat much in case I vomit.
Oh, you will be vomiting.
I might be. I don't know. I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. My expectations are so intensely low that anything other than getting destroyed. And you know what?
Y'all might not get
They've
destroyed.
got Dak and they've got CD and they've got Pickett. They should be able to score.
Yeah.
Cowboys should be able to score. Hopefully they can be in a bunch of shootouts.
Don't you still have
this year.
Shoemaker?
Hopefully they can be in a bunch of shootouts this year. That's my hope, right?
Who's the one who's engaged with the Cavender?
That is
Ferguson?
Yeah.
Still got him?
Jake Ferguson.
Y'all got any running backs? Who playing running back?
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams, and then the rookie from Texas.
Blue.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Jaden Blue.
Okay, bet. All right.
Yeah.
Can't wait to.
Do you have an offensive line?
Yes. Okay. That's what they use all their picks on, right?
Okay.
They got everybody's name Tyler. Don't you
all the
remember?
time.
That's right. You got all the Tylers.
Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton, Tyler everybody.
Okay.
And
my dad is texting me.
maybe Diggs and Bland. Right? As corners, if Diggs can play tonight, Diggs and Bland is a good cornerback duo, right?
Yeah, my dad just texted me.
Oh, okay.
He heard us talking about the show. He texted me and I said, and I quote, how about them Cowboys? And sent me a selfie of him wearing a Cowboy shirt.
Let's go.
Dad, if you don't get your ass out of here. Pops, if you don't get your...
Let's go.
He sent me a selfie and said,
Let's go.
how about them Cowboys? Pops is excited. Dad, look, I'm sorry to break it to you. 0-1, 0-1, 0-1. Shout out to Pops, man.
Oh, my God. That is
He
great.
heard the show, man.
That is hilarious. So anyways, Cowboys are playing against the Eagles tonight. They're 8.5-point underdogs, and everybody is betting on the Eagles. So There'd be nothing better. And and Nick Sirianni, the new Belichick, he said that he is they're not even coming out for the whatever.
Yeah, the ring ceremony.
Okay, that's trying hard. That's try hard, bro. I'm sorry.
He is a try hard.
That's respectful. That's a try hard.
He
bro.
is a try
You
hard.
won a Super Bowl championship. You ain't got to be that person, bro.
He wants them focused, locked in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's lame.
We're not the Super
That's
Bowl.
lame.
We're not the Super Bowl champions anymore. That's his thing.
Yeah.
That was last year. Shut up, idiot.
But like Jalen Hurts saying, like my photo.
I hate everything about
the
them.
photo of my background is when we lost the Super Bowl. I'm like, Jalen.
Oh God.
You won, bro. You won.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl, bro. Congrats.
Like there's stuff they do that's weird, but like I said, for tonight, Donovan McNabb, the lineage, James Thrash. Versus
Todd Pinkston.
Todd Pinkston. Freddie Mitchell.
That's the lineage.
Yeah, Freddie Mitchell.
Womp womp.
Don't do that. Terrell Owens.
Womp womp.
Ertz.
Womp womp.
Brian Westbrook.
Donovan McNabb threw up with the Super Bowl on the line. That's the lineage.
Hey, he did do that. He got closer than your team did in the last 15 years.
Would you rather get to the Super Bowl and throw up when you get the pressure got to you, or not be there at all?
I can speak from experience. I'd rather not be there.
I'd rather be in the Super Bowl.
Speaking of teams that have thrown up on themselves in the Super Bowl,
It's not fun. I'd rather just not be there.
By the way, on that podcast I was talking about listening to with Schrager,
Yeah.
he was talking. They turned into a Jimmy G love fest.
Oh, because Stafford gets hurt.
Even if Stafford's out, they say Jimmy G looks unbelievable.
Jimmy G does not look unbelievable, but I do agree with that.
I got to be honest with you.
They can make the playoffs.
Hey, I got to be honest with you. So it was a fun listen for sure. And because I told you I like Schrager a lot. Schrager is posed with the question of who last year the nobody believes in it. Like nobody, the ultimate zag, right? Who is the team that you are banking on that nobody is picking or believes in, right? Because there's always those teams. And so last year he was saying the Commanders. And he rode that one all the way to the end. I mean, you didn't think they were going to be all the way there at the end, right? In the NFC Championship game, for God's sakes. And then he had the Broncos, which that fell short, but they still had a good season. Yeah, they had a good season. They had a good season, right? For sure. Those were his team. And so this year, you haven't heard this, right?
I have not gotten to this point.
I got to be honest with you. I was like, then this is perfect. I will pose to you guys, right? Because you've for sure heard what people think about the upcoming NFL season. And everybody knows, right? There's a group of teams that everybody's going to like, right? Everybody's going to like the Bills. Everybody's going to like the Ravens. Everybody's going to like everybody's going to like the Bills. They're going to love the Ravens. They're going to love the Chiefs, right? Those teams are always going to have a chance. Then there'll be a selection of people that maybe like Joe Burrow because they want to bank on Joe Burrow, or maybe they have somebody else that the Broncos. Everybody likes the Broncos this year. On the other side, everybody likes the Eagles for sure. Still don't think the Commanders are going to take some kind of massive step back. Everybody loves the Packers this year. Question mark on the Vikings, right? Rams, obviously, the Rams probably had the best chance at. They did have the best chance of knocking off the Eagles.
The Rams can win the Super Bowl
right?
if Stafford can stay healthy.
Sure.
They're that good.
And so, but there is a collection of these teams, for sure, that everybody has, right? Anybody that's making their NFL predictions. But as we know, every year there is somebody that nobody likes. Like nobody thought the Commanders were making the playoffs last year. Much less being in the NFC title game last year, okay? Yeah. That wasn't in the cards. And yet there they were. So it's somebody that has come from the dregs that then elevates, like they had a bad season or not that great of a season, and then the next year they're there and they are a playoff team. I will not tell you who he said, but if you were going to try to find one that you know that everybody doesn't like, but you could see it happening or that you would want to back, right? Because, I mean, look, it's hard when you get into the Saints and the Carolinas and the Titans and the Jets and there's a lot of those teams that people are not going to like.
I've heard some people talk about the Giants, and I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I would say just because they have weapons and they have a good running back, they got weapons on the outside, they got good defenders on defense, a couple good DBs. I'm gonna go Falcons.
Falcons.
What about Falcons?
Yeah, there's not a lot of Falcons love that's out there. I think that's a good one,
There
right?
are two that I would look at. I would say the Seahawks and the Raiders.
Okay, the Carroll thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Geno,
Ashton
Genty, Bowers, year 2 Bowers.
And it's a head coach that's won 10 games
Yeah.
a million times,
Yeah,
right?
He's been there, done that.
Yeah,
And
we need. I will say,
and the Seattle thing is they're gonna have like a top 5 defense this year.
I will
and
say,
I think they're gonna win the
these
ball.
are the two that House talked me out of. Not talked me out of, but like when we got to them, they were the highest number left on the board when it came to our pick.
Yeah.
On the wins and losses thing, and we did not do it because neither of us believed in the win-loss thing. Like I believed in that number, or were worried about it. Right? One was Titans losses.
Okay.
And the other one was Raiders losses.
Yeah.
Because neither of them have big win
Yeah.
totals.
Right.
But it was just like I could see a scenario where they're not as bad as their win total
And
is,
the Raiders
right?
thing, it's a tough division. That AFC West is.
And I'll give you a perfect example, right? So that's one of them, right? So like let's just say I think on the board at the time was Raiders losses would have been the highest. So this I'm kind of on board with you. I think on our rankings, Raiders losses would have been the highest according to Vegas, right? Total. We took Colts losses instead.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
that.
actually a good pick.
Because it's Danny Dimes.
They're going to be horrible.
And plus you could foresee this, right? They've already bailed on their quarterback that they drafted 5th overall. And not only did they bail on him, they named Daniel Jones the starter for the season. Not like, hey, week 1 starter is going to be Daniel Jones. They said Daniel Jones is our starter all year. Like, we hate you. Like,
it's so weird.
That is weird as hell to do for week 1.
Also, their owner died. And he was like omnipresent there.
Yeah,
so you
same.
know there could be a
Yeah,
bunch of
I'm with
changeover,
you,
right?
yeah.
New ownership, then you get the GM gets fired, the coach gets fired, nobody cares about the number 5 draft pick because nobody's like, remember when it happened a couple of weeks ago and I said, I wonder if this happens if Jim Irsay's alive, right? Because that does feel like the kind of thing an owner would step in and be like, hey.
We drafted this dude, bro.
Like, it feels like you're gonna win. Possibly, you're more confident that Danny Dimes isn't going to cost you games than Richardson's going to cost you games. And if you're that coach, you're going, hell, they're going to fire me if I don't win. Right? This feels very Brian Flores. I'm not playing Tua because Tua's not going to help me this week, so I'll play the veteran and try to win games. I'll play Fitzpatrick instead because I'm trying to win games this week and next week and whatever else. That's what the Danny Dimes thing feels like. Right now, again, Tua ended up being really good. Richardson might just be terrible. We don't know.
I think
he only played 13 games in college. Like, that was the big... He was the ultimate wild card no matter what, right? And it wasn't like he was amazing
like
in college.
High ceiling, low floor.
Yeah, right?
Player,
like, if this works... Buddy, he is the athlete of all athletes. But, like, what I'm saying is if Irsay doesn't die, does he step in and does he say, I know what you want to do, but we drafted this guy 5th overall. We haven't seen him enough. Like, he's playing.
Right.
That thing feels like it could fall apart, right? Anyways, so we did not, with your Raiders thing, I could see it happening too.
Because they have one of the best defensive players in the league, too.
Yeah.
Their problem is possibly that division, right? Because they're in there. They got to play the Chiefs. They got to play the Broncos. They got to play the Chargers, right? So it's tough.
And I hate the Seahawks, but I can also see the Seahawks.
I don't know.
No, dude,
Sam Darnold without Kevin O'Connell?
I think they're going to run the ball with Walker and Charbonnet, and they're going to play defense. Their defensive line is Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Murphy, Jaron Reed. Like, their defense is good.
Are you massaging them for when they beat your ass?
Yes, no, that's why he's talking about because it's week 1. That's why. That's the only reason.
Johnny Hedge, back at it again, baby. Johnny Hedge, baby.
Yep.
We love
You know the number, right?
Johnny Hedge.
You know the number.
2.5?
It's 29-8 division home underdogs in week 1 against the spread. 29-8 since like 2009.
Hedge.
Division what? Home underdogs?
Home underdogs in division games week 1. There's 3 this week.
So I was kind of jealous of this one. So you would say those two. You would say the Falcons, right?
Falcons. Just go off the grid.
And the Falcons don't have a anemically low win total, right? Like they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be about 500.
Are you about to say the Panthers?
No, and this team is not supposed to be terrible, but nobody.
Yeah.
You hadn't heard anybody pick them, and most people don't like them. And I think their coach is like at the very top of most likely to get fired first.
The Dolphins?
Yes.
Oh, you think so? You think
Yes.
You think it's going to crash and burn?
No, that's who his surprise team was.
Oh, okay.
And it is fair. Yeah. Nobody likes them. He's like, it's Mike McDaniel. He's like, they've got all their guys. They got 100 participation in their offseason workouts. They're all in, right? Like Jalen Ramsey is obviously not there anymore, but I think Minka Fitzpatrick's there obviously now. He's like, they got Bradley Chubb and their two best defensive players are back. Tua has hurt it all off season. He's like, they still have Tyreek Hill and they still have Jalen Waddle and they still have A-Chain and now they've got Ollie Gordon. And he's like, and when they have had all their weapons, McDaniel puts up real points. He's like, 2 years ago, they scored 70 points on the Broncos, right? Like he can scheme it up and they can put up real points. And he's like, nobody thinks that they're going to be good.
Really? The Dolphins?
That's true.
They got,
he said, I think their over-under is like 7.5. He said, take their over. I was like, damn.
And that sucks because Bill hates the Dolphins.
You know what?
He's been hating on the Dolphins for months now.
You could see them being second in that division if it works, right?
Absolutely.
Being behind the Bills. Because the other two are the Patriots and the Jets.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were
right?
rocking out.
Yeah.
Well, he said they were good
crazy.
2 years ago.
Yeah, they were.
Right?
Because A-Chain was cooking.
They were good 2
Tyreek
years
Hill,
ago.
had 15 touchdowns. Like
their biggest thing is they can't
this.
beat good teams. That's been their thing
I
since
forgot about
McDaniel's
this, but he said 2 years ago, he's like, they were really good. He's like, and then they had to play in like December or whatever, January in Kansas City. And all anybody remembers is Andy Reid's mustache being frozen. He's like, that was like the worst spot ever for the Miami Dolphins.
It is, but
and he's like, and then the year before that, they made the playoffs and had to play against the Bills with Skylar, what's his name?
Thompson.
Yeah.
Skylar Thompson, yeah.
Remember? Because Tua was out.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, like, he's like, and then last year they had like a million injuries. I think he said they started off 2-6 and went 6-2 down the stretch.
Wait.
So, anyways, the Dolphins. That was his team.
Yeah, but it's
is this real about the Tua against good teams thing? Is that real?
Under Mike McDaniel, they're 3-14 against winning teams.
And Tua was 1-6. This is 1-16 versus teams above 500.
It hadn't mattered the situation. They have had some bad weather stuff in a couple of those games, but like, dude, even the weather's good, they haven't beaten good teams.
Mm-hmm.
I look it up.
Look, this is why I love it as a pick.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who thinks they're going to be
Nobody
good?
does.
Nobody
Thinks the Dolphins are going to be good.
Dolphins fans don't think they're going to be good. You know, when he paused and he was about to say
We were talking to Justin Moore this weekend. He was like,
I know. When he paused and said it, I'm like, please say the Cowboys. Please say the Cowboys.
Yeah, no chance. No chance. No chance.
Please.
No chance at hell.
I mean,
you got.
So that was when I told you I woke up the next morning. I was like, I told House, I was like, bro, they've never been bad with Dak. Not bad. They've never been bad.
Yeah.
People hate on Dak, but like Dak is one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like, Dak can hoop. I give Dak his respect.
He's one of the guys. And George Pickens was like a #1 receiver.
By the way, you brought up A.J. Brown complaining when he doesn't get the ball. What is he going to do?
Especially in a contract year.
So what is George Pickens going to do?
He might kick Dak in the nuts by the first quarter if he don't get a look. Yeah. I don't know. There's going to be plenty to go around.
They're going
to try. They're going to have to look. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot.
Throw the ball.
Yeah, I bet they all three have amazing stats.
Because
we might.
Going to be down the whole season.
Yes. So you're going to be chucking. And those guys can both get open, though.
Yeah, they are.
They can both get open.
They top 12 for sure receivers.
It'll be. There's a couple of those teams. Like there's 3 of those teams that have like those like crazy weapons where you can see them playing in these 45 to 42 games this year. Yeah. The Cowboys, the Bengals, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And they all like one of them has Chase and Higgins, one of them has Pickens and Lamb, and one of them has Waddle and Tyreek.
Yeah, good luck.
And none of them are all going to be like they're probably 8-9, 9-8 teams that score.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you got,
They'll probably be all three be super fun to watch. That might be the case with the Bears too, because they've got a Dunze and DJ Moore and Loveland and what they got the new the new coach.
You got AJ,
the offensive genius.
You got AJ and Devontae. There's a lot of like good duos in the league, bro. Like Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams in Detroit.
Yeah,
like it's a lot of good. Like
there are a lot of good
like
ones.
1-2 duos
and
in
David
the league.
Montgomery. I feel like that's it. Nobody's talking about the Lions anymore.
Right.
Nobody's talking.
Yeah, nobody's talking about the
And
Lions.
especially because they lost like what might be their best player last year in Hutchison.
So
right?
They lost Hutchison to injury. Dude, they lost like in that Commanders playoff game, they were down like 6 starters on defense from injury. So like they lost a ton of guys to injury last year. Ragnow retired their center. They lost Ben Johnson. They lost their defensive coordinator. But like, dude, Dan Campbell's like a culture guy. And they
also lost Aaron Glenn.
No, they lost both their coordinators.
Yeah.
They lost both their coordinators.
Because Glenn's in what, New York?
But they still got Montgomery. They still got Gibbs. They still got Laporta, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra. They are loaded.
Well, they also
they got Hutchinson back, who might be the best defensive player in the league.
And you also have that opportunity to always just like, hey, let's just run behind Penei Sewell for 5 yards.
Right.
How about that?
And here's
how about we just, hey, we need at any point you can get 5 yards.
And guess what? And they play the Packers on Sunday.
Yeah,
the Packers don't have Kenny Clark anymore. And Micah's might have to get an injection in his back, and he's not going to play the whole game.
What if Kenny Clark sacks Jalen Hurts on the first play of the game?
You might take your shirt off.
Or chucks down Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Kenny Clark.
Look, you're going to be like, who is
I'll
that?
have a Clark jersey by Thursday.
What, do you know what number he's wearing?
What, 93? What did
He's
he wear?
a defensive tackle.
What did he wear? What did he wear in Green Bay?
Hold on, let's see.
I don't know.
What's his name? How you
I
spell
don't
his
know.
name?
Trust me when I tell you I was not paying attention to the welcome Kenny Clark Instagram.
95. He wore 97 with the Packers.
I need a, what's it called? I need a Diggy Zuwa jersey just because of the name.
Diggy Zuwa.
A Diggy Zuwa.
Do you have any defensive Cowboy players?
Yeah, I've got 1,000 Micah.
Dion.
I've got Micah.
Micah.
DeMarcus Ware.
I've got Diggs.
You got D Ware. Okay. You got.
I've got
Diggs.
7.
Okay, that's a good.
Diggs.
By the way, that's a great number for a DB.
I've got 7 Diggs.
Okay, you got some. Okay.
And I've got DeMarcus Ware.
Okay. Did you ever get the number 50, the 55?
Dion. I think my dad had Van Der Esch.
Okay.
Or no, William did.
William
had Van Der Esch. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Parsons, though, I mean, we all have Parsons. I don't know when anybody wants those. Hey, if anybody wants those, I got them discounted. I might sell them on Devin's Closet.
I know, right? Pull
on
up.
Instagram.
I got you. We moving product, man. We got all the Micah Parsons gear you want.
Anybody wants, we got shirts, we got jerseys, we got all kinds of
hats, jerseys, socks, draws.
We got them all.
Hey.
If you want them. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to just get Kenny Clark stuff.
Get you a 95, bro. Get you a big 95 jersey, man.
Kenny Clark.
That don't even sound right, bro.
I hope he does something good tonight. That would be promising, especially given the circumstances. Because I got to hear what Chris Collinsworth?
Yeah, Collinsworth and Tirico.
I don't know what Jerry was thinking when he got because there's no pass rush on Jalen Hurts on 3rd down.
That is not how Chris Collinsworth talks at all.
My bad.
At all.
Did I just do country guy?
What did you just do?
I just did country guy. My bad.
All right. Hey, last thing before we move on, because I do need to get to some other stories before we get to Brian Edwards. I mentioned the team that nobody thinks much of that you think could be very good, right? In honor of Schrager. And you liked the Falcons as a possible surprise team. Yeah. You liked the Raiders as a possible surprise team. How about the other side? Like, which of the really good ones is not going to deliver? Oh, I'd love to say the Eagles.
I feel like a lot of people do think the Lions are going to take a step down this year because they lost everybody. That's when it feels like, I know Warren Sharp did a thing on that the Lions will take a step down.
I will say on those top 3 that everybody loves in the AFC, it is really, really hard to foresee a circumstance where the Bills, the Ravens, or the Chiefs are not awesome, right?
Yeah.
Like those 3 are like, it would be shocking.
Dude, you can parlay all three of those teams together to make the playoffs, and it's like even money.
You could see the Eagles taking a step back after they lost a bunch of guys.
You could see the You could see the Commanders too.
Yeah, I mean, when you win, you lose players, right?
Right.
You're going to lose good players.
So the Commanders thing would be
it's hard to keep it together, right? That's happened to everybody.
People want their money after
the Commanders thing would be Terry didn't get into camp until late. They converted. It's like 87% on fourth down last year. Like, what are the chances that happens again? You know,
I'm trying to think who would not be as good.
I mean, look, if the Stafford thing is real, then the Rams.
Right.
Right.
Stafford, I mean,
if the Stafford thing, look, you can talk up Jimmy G all you want. If Arizona's a lot better and San Francisco's a lot better, which they both could be, right, than last year, and the Seahawks are better than they were last year, then you could foresee a circumstance where the Rams have a tough time if they don't have Matt. So they are really.
So I think even with
if
Jimmy,
they have Stafford, they could play for the NFC title. If they don't have Stafford, it's like, all right.
I think if they have Jimmy, they can still make the playoffs, though, because I've seen it. I've seen that. Dude, they have weapons. They've got Kyron Williams. They've got Corum. They like their tight end. They've got Devontae. They've got Puka. And they've got defense. That Jared Verse dude is awesome.
Dude, Schrager said that the talk out of there is that they all loved Cooper Kupp, but that Devontae Adams is way better for them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this was like a secondary receiver.
Everybody forgot about Devontae Adams.
Yes. My guy been in Nashville.
Witness protection.
He been in Nashville all.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, bro. People would tell me all that, bro. I saw Devontae Adams. Like, he got a crib there.
And he went for over 1,000 yards last season still, and nobody knows it.
Does it count if it? So they wanted.
I guess you could see a Commander step back just because, like, you get a little of the Jaden Daniels gets the C.J. Stroud thing, right? Where it's like, look, a year ago, all these season previews, we're talking about, is C.J. Stroud a top 5 quarterback in the NFL now?
Yeah,
right?
and
it's like, they're doing it with Jaden Daniels. It's like, okay, well, you've got this group of Lamar and Josh and Burrow and Mahomes, and then there's Jaden Daniels knocking on the door, and it's like, whoa. We did it with C.J. Stroud a year ago.
He did lose his receivers, too. Like, Tank broke his leg.
Right. Well, and it's also, but it's also first time through. Right?
Yeah.
Like, they now have 17 weeks of game film on you.
Yeah.
Year 2 is hard.
Yeah.
If you started, because then they go, well, you don't get to do this, you don't get to do that, you don't get to do this. And then the real ones become great, right? Because they figured it out. I think Stroud's fantastic.
Oh, no.
But, I mean, again, it wasn't as easy for him last year as it was. And he did lose Tank Dell. But, I mean, he lost Tank Dell. He didn't lose Nico Collins, Tank Dell, everybody. Like, I mean, it was harder on him.
Yeah.
Because, A, your schedule's going to get harder. B, they got 17 weeks of film on you to say, hey, this is the throw he loves to make on third down. Hey, buddy, you don't get to make that throw on third down anymore, right?
Yeah.
And then it's always a figuring out phase.
I'll go either Vikings or Buccaneers.
Nobody knows this. Devontae Adams had over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns last year. Like, that is not.
No.
And he played for the Jets and the Raiders. Like,
Exactly.
he's got Matthew Stafford throwing to him. Like, yeah, they could be really, really good.
Anquan Bolden, shout out to him. I'll probably go Buccaneers or like Vikings.
But Bucks were a playoff team last year.
Take
a step back.
Take a step back. Yeah.
Well,
I would say
not to be as good as
it. I'll say the Eagles.
Baker Mayfield had 5,000 yards passing.
He was slinging that joint last year.
5,000. And now they say this Ohio State receiver is like
Emeka Egbuka.
They say he's like the captain of the team.
They threw the ball to him every time, bro. In preseason,
he's on his third offensive coordinator in 3 years. It doesn't matter when you have the talent, and everybody loves Bucky. Love Bucky Irving. Love Bucky Irving.
Shout out Bucky Irving,
you're right.
Man.
Bucky Irving, that's right. All right, so you would say, who did you say?
I'll go Vikings. I'll go Vikings in my final answer. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were. I just looked at the record. They were.
It's totally quarterback dependent.
Yeah.
I think it's the Eagles.
14-3 last year.
They did the interesting thing.
I think
they
Eagles.
made the choice of, hey, we're not going to franchise Sam Darnold to pay him $40 million. We're going to give it to the rookie. And then they end because their whole roster is good enough to win, evidently. Evidently the Vikings roster is loaded, and they're turning the keys over to a rookie, and they're saying, all right, you got to be good enough.
Just don't mess it up.
Bro, if he underthrows Justin Jefferson, I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah. I expect more of like a.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of McCarthy. Who knows?
Addison's suspended for 3 games, but when they get him back, I mean, you have Jefferson, Adams, Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones. Like, dude, you are.
Hey, Roser, I keep seeing these things because obviously, I get all the sports cards things in my algorithm, and our buddy Gio, who does sports cards nonsense, keeps talking about how like the JJ McCarthy market is insane.
Really?
He's so expensive. He's so expensive.
He's the one that everybody's buying, huh?
Dude, yeah,
why people running up
like
the
way more than Knicks, way more than Penix, way more than.
But I saw this with.
Who else of those guys though?
I saw this.
Obviously,
with,
Daniels is in.
Daniels
a class.
is the highest. Daniels is by far the highest.
No, he's in a class by himself. But what about? All right, so if you were gonna say, is McCarthy cost more than like Drake May?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it more than Caleb Williams?
So I think it's Daniels. I think just judging on what I've seen, I think it's Daniels, Bo Nix.
Oh, Nix is second.
Yeah, Bo. Then it's like McCarthy, Caleb, McCarthy, May. They're kind of all in there together, and then Penix is below them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, Michael Penix.
I've bought a couple of Penix cards.
It's gonna be a big year for Michael Penix, but Drake London.
I mean, he's got an amazing receiver.
And if everybody thinks Bijan Robinson's going to be like the best fantasy football player, I'm like, okay, so he's going to be awesome.
Sleeper pick. Could be in the MVP hunt this year. I'm just going to say it right now.
Who, Bijan?
Bijan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he corrected us. Bijan. He let us say it wrong for so long. Bijan. I don't like the way it sounds either, but whatever.
Also, ridiculous to do that after you did the Bijan mustard.
Exactly. Come on, bro.
He did Bijan mustard.
He did. Yeah.
Like that was his endorsement. His first one.
He did a commercial for it. Yeah.
Which you would never say Bijan mustard.
Yeah.
You would say Bijan mustard.
Yeah, come on, bro.
So that's not right. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that, Bijan.
I'm against it.
I'm going to call you Bijan.
I say we don't honor it.
Yeah, no, we're going to call him.
I say we don't honor his.
What's he going to do?
We don't honor his request.
No.
Sue us.
I'm going to call you Bijan, dog.
I don't know. We've been sued before.
Have we?
We have?
By El DeBarge. No, I'm kidding. We didn't actually.
What's it? El came and got us, bro?
For Roser's theme music.
Oh, that's tough. Roser, are you standing on MVP Purdy still?
We're not. We didn't actually get sued.
I'm about to say, damn, El.
Everybody's talking about our receiver.
The receivers.
What?
The receivers.
Man, Ricky Pearsall is about to cook.
Oh no, your team's gonna stink.
Ricky Pearsall is about to cook.
Yeah, no, he's been so positive about my team
That's
the whole
what I'm
time.
saying. Like, yeah.
I know.
No,
your team's gonna stink.
Here's the same thing.
And I can't.
If Christian McCaffrey is healthy, our offense is going to be awesome because, dude, our offense. We still had a top 12 offense last year, and everybody was hurt. Like,
and
Deebo
Samuel was fat.
I worry.
Fat on that Zion
I worry about our
plan.
defense.
Oh,
I worry about our
Zion.
defense. But I worry about the defense. But I hope that just gets better as the year goes on. But if we have Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams healthy, dude, our offense is going to be good.
Okay. All
right.
Rosa. Ricky
P is good. We got two guys who got shot.
He's naming everybody except who MVP Purdy. You said if our running back and our offensive line is good.
Yeah.
But you're saying MVP Purdy. You got to be
because MVP Purdy, MVP's a quarterback award.
Well, also, look, I mean, it's super easy to count on McCaffrey staying healthy.
It's what?
About week 5, he's going to be out.
Super easy to count on McCaffrey.
And nobody says that crap about Saquon Barkley. And it's like, dude, he's had injury issues and he had 482 touches last year. Saquon Barkley's going to play 8 games this year.
Wow.
Dude.
That sounds like some hate.
You've got me back. It's the Eagles.
No.
And even if Saquon Barkley does play, what are the chances he's doing what he did last year?
He going to do the back jump on his head.
Their demise begins tonight.
Hey, fly, Eagles, fly.
Who's that running to the end zone again? Oh, that's George Pickens.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not George Pickens.
Their demise begins
AJ
tonight.
Brown.
Their demise begins tonight.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Raise the banner.
Oh, my God.
On their necks.
Gross.
Let's go, baby.
All right, real quick, I do need to mention the Grizzlies out of nowhere, made a roster move this morning. And Omax Prosper was waived by the Dallas Mavericks a couple of weeks ago. And to make room, I think, for the Dante Exum contract, I think is what they were saying. Said he got multiple offers and now chose the Grizzlies for a two-way contract. Okay, so we need to broach this very quickly. That means that all three of the two-ways are currently taken. Javon Small from West Virginia was signed to a two-way contract, as was P.J. Hall and now Omax Prosper. There's 15 guys on the roster as of right now. The inevitable question is going to be, what about Meshack, right? Mm-hmm. Who we all fancied during the summer league, and really like him as a guy, and I think they really like him. And so I guess on the front end, I would say I saw Chris Harrington report that he would be on the hustle and they would be able to retain his rights, whatever. But, I mean, that's playing a dangerous game, because if somebody else really likes Meshack, they can just sign him away from you, right? Like, you don't have his right unless he is under contract with the Grizzlies in some way. They could sign him to an Exhibit 10, but, I mean, if somebody else wants to sign him to a contract, then they can sign him to a contract, right? Like, so I think they'll make a move and clear out a roster spot one way or the other, right? Like, either somebody will move, like either you just move Omax and convert that and then put Meshack on a two-way, or, but, I mean, right now, you probably, I could see you consolidating some of this stuff and going out and trying to find another guard before the season, because your guards right now are Ja, Pippen, Jerome. Somebody asked me the other night, they said, give me the Grizzlies starting lineup on opening night. Who do you think? This is what I said. You tell me. Okay. No, I said.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I said. This is what I think it'll be. Don't hold me to it. Let me go through training camp.
Say this.
Right now, because we're saying Edie's out, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saying Jaren's back. Okay, I think Jaren's going to be okay. He's bopping around on the sideline at the Tiger game last week. Jaren's going to be fine. I say it will be Ja, Coward, KCP, Jaren, Landell. That's my guess.
I'll go Ja, KCP, Santi, Jaren, Landell.
Okay. What do you say?
Ja, KCP, what I think is going to be the starting five.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ja, KCP, Jalen Wells, Jaren, Jaren, and Jock Landell. That's what I think it is. I think what yours is what it should be. They should start Coward from day one.
I mean, they traded it.
You should start Coward from day one. Jalen Wells is a role player.
Bro, they traded up, and he's the 10th pick in the draft.
Start Coward. If you think that guy can be a star, start him.
I also think you'd be I think very.
But they're going to start Jalen Wells.
No, hold on. Let me think of that. What's the name I'm thinking of? Very advantageous. I think the best kind of way to get a rookie involved in that, the best kind of way, much like Keegan Murray a couple of years ago in Sacramento, right?
Yeah.
Put him in there. He's playing with 4 vets. Like, all he's got to do is play the role, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, and they tried their way with Zaire. That's why I say I think he'd start. They tried it with Zaire. They tried to wedge him in to becoming a starter. So I just think the Coward I don't know. Anyways, Omax, I got somebody that knows Omax hit me up, who I am friends with, and said, Omax is a big-time defender. Turned 23 in July. This is nobody, by the way, this is nobody Grizzlies related. He's got great defensive metrics, blah, 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 but that the guy is a elite defensive player who can guard 2 through 4 and maybe could be a starter.
Yeah, this is some of the highlights of him running the floor. Like, long athletic. Look at running the floor, athletic as hell, boy. He even dunked on Jalen Williams.
The guy that I know just said he is could be a great defender. So that fits exactly all the things that they've been trying to find, right? Somebody that can guard on the perimeter, right? Can you do enough on the other end?
You saw like we talked about how kind of mocking what you saw in the finals. You need more than one or two.
This is also the Oklahoma City Impact.
Exactly.
It is.
You need big wings to guard these Jalen Williams.
Well, and also Indiana for that matter.
Yep.
They had a bunch of guys that can guard. Nembhard did as good a job on SGA as anybody did.
Exactly.
Right? And Neesmith did a good job on Brunson and the folks.
Is that on Jalen Williams? Run that back, please.
Wow.
Run that one back. Jalen, hit the rewind button. Yeah!
All right, Omax.
That's what I need on my team, baby.
All right, Omax. All right, so anyway, no, I did get positive reviews. I mean, like, again, the people that know Omax obviously are going to say nice things about Omax, but they're like, I really like this move for the Grizzlies. So, hey, it's worth a flyer. The guy was taken 24th in the draft.
6'7",
and he just turned 23. So
6'7", 205, long arms. Yeah, I rock with that.
If he turned 23 and he's got potential to be a really good like a perimeter defender, then anyways, they signed him this morning. And so we'll see how the roster shakes out. My guess would be that Meshack ends up on a two-way or the roster because I do think they really liked him in the summer league.
Yeah,
and
he was our best player
and that
in the summer league.
Right, and that there will be a way.
Yeah,
that he ends up.
Like we had it was very much similar.
I don't think that they are going to leave that to chance.
Like a couple years ago when you know how we were only good in summer when Vince played.
Right.
It's kind of like that this past summer.
Yeah.
Like when Meshack played,
we would all be super disappointed.
Yeah.
No, we can't leave Meshack.
No. So he's either got to.
Way too hard.
And again, you could see one of these guys very easily converted from a two-way to like Omax is the kind of guy that you could see. Okay, fine, he's your 15th guy on the roster, right? But I mean, you might just have to clean some of this up with the deal. Right.
So like you said,
because I mean, you do have some kind of repetitive stuff. Not that they're both white guys, but Conchar and Spencer are kind of repetitive.
Right.
Right. To have like, are you playing both of them?
Yeah, nah.
And then Vince and that wing crew that you have, it's like, where are you playing these guys? Right. If you've got Vince and you've got KCP and you've got Coward and you've got Wells and you've got Gigi. Where are they all playing?
That's a lot of wings.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get another guard.
Buffalo.
So you can maybe patch together some of these guys and go try to find you a wing. I'm sorry, a guard.
A vet guard.
A
vet guard to be exact. Like not even like a.
Yes.
I know we signed Almas, but like a vet guard is playing the league for 6, 7, 8 years, right?
That's right.
Like not like somebody that's just like fresh.
That's right. And then but by virtue of making that deal, you open up a roster spot. Then you convert Omax or you give Meshack a roster spot, whatever, right? Like, I mean, you can figure that out.
You got some hoops to jump through.
Right.
You still got some hoops.
So I think the roster, I don't think they're done with the roster. But I kind of like this, right? Omax that is a better thing to do with a two-way. There's a lot better chance that he has an NBA career than a lot of guys on two-ways in the NBA, right? Shit. There's a lot of guys on two-ways in the NBA that are not going to have – they have no chance of having 5 to 10 year NBA careers. A guy that was drafted 24th who's a 6'7", long defensive wing. That's the kind of guy. I always want guys that have a chance at having a 5 to 10 year career. And that may be true of him. That might be true of the PJ Hall guy. Might be true of Javon Small. Like, I think one of the things that we've talked about is, like, bro, Jacob Gilliard is not going to be a 5 to 10 year NBA player. Yuki is not going to be a 5 to 10 year, right? You know what I'm saying?
No. Their height won't allow them to
I
be
like
there.
taking the shots on guys that very well may be 5 to 10 year NBA. At least they have a chance of having like NBA careers.
He looks the part. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about our big rotation right now?
I mean, if Edie's back, then and we're assuming Brandon and Jaren are fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay. Then
You feel good about it?
no, not good, but I mean, you signed Aldama. You made the choice, right?
Yeah.
And you brought back Santi Aldama. But I mean, so as long as you have Jaren and then Landell and Edie, and then you have because I like
BC at the
I've always
4.
liked Jaren and BC together.
Yeah. Yes.
And it works.
Always.
And then you got to find room for Aldama. So I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I say maybe we can go find another big too while we're at it. You know, some of those other scrap heap somewhere.
You want a power forward or a center?
I want a center.
A rim runner?
A rim runner.
Yeah.
I still need one of those in my life.
Yeah.
I've been looking for one of them for a long time.
I know. Somebody that could just finish. We still don't have a lob finisher for Ja.
Yeah.
It is kind of wild.
Somebody that just
Jaren doesn't finish lobs. Santi doesn't finish lobs. Edie
BC used to, but BC lost a little bit of that spring after that Achilles injury.
and Edie doesn't catch the ball enough.
So you don't do that.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
That's not what he does.
He's not.
He's not a rim runner.
Yeah.
Right.
I do need some.
And Landell's not a rim runner.
He's set screen, roll to the basket.
That's right. He's more
Grab
of
the offensive rebound.
He's more of the
and
Steven Adams-y
put
type.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back. Brian Oder's going to give us his picks for the upcoming weekend, and we'll talk about the upcoming college football weekend. Chris Vernon.
You want to be where you think the University of Memphis belongs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the next step is?
I think we're positioned, we're ripe for success. And so what I don't want to do is make an intermediate move if it's not going to position us well. And so my job is to make sure when that opportunity presents itself and the circumstance is right, that Memphis is prepared 100% to take advantage of it.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Who do you go to learn still? Like, who are you looking to for inspiration?
A couple years ago, I went and visited, even though he's younger than me, but we've got great admiration for one another. Went and visited Dan Lanning out at Oregon, right? A young head coach who's had some success. Mike Norvell may not have had the season he wanted in the past. We can still get on the phone and talk about things, right?
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Yeah. All right. NFL season is going to begin tonight. Cowboys versus the Eagles. And then, though the matchups are not unbelievable for week 2 of the college football season, we always have picks for you, and these can help make these games possibly more interesting this weekend. And as we talked about yesterday, it's a very good possibility that things end up being great. And there are some big upsets simply because anytime we think that the college football weekend is going to stink, something crazy happens. Like that has stood the test of time. Brian Edwards from VegasInsider.com joins us every Thursday. Last week, joined us on Thursday. Season was going to begin and gave us 2 Maction picks on that opening Thursday night. Both Buffalo and who was it? No, not Toledo. Who was the other one?
The Miami of Ohio Spread Hawks.
Yeah, the Spread Hawks. And then they both took care of business. And then I know you had to be absolutely thrilled to settle in on Saturday and watch your old buddy Tommy C. and
Here we go.
Florida State Seminoles. Oh, Tommy Castellanos.
We didn't have much of this last year.
There's only 2 times. Twice. All right.
We didn't have much of that last year.
Hey, before we get into all of your games for this weekend, I do want to ask you, are you concerned at all about the way South Florida looked against Boise? Because South Florida, I think you look at the schedule, and that's just like a chalked up easy win for the Florida Gators. But I did see that game is coming up this weekend, and I'm fascinated to see what South Florida makes us think of them after they stomped out Boise last week.
Yeah, I was a little. I mean, not shocking they won, but the way they won was shocking. I think they actually did Florida a favor and got their attention because it's a look-ahead spot for Florida because we're at LSU next week. And by the way, FanDuel just released their look-ahead lines, and LSU's minus 8.5 to Florida, and Notre Dame is 6.5 to A&M, Georgia's 6.5 at Tennessee, and Backyard Brawl in Morgantown, Pitt minus 2.5. But I think that they probably got Florida's attention, and any chance of a look ahead probably erased. That's not to say it might not be a good game, but I think they did a favor, and Florida knows, okay, all right, we got to be on point here.
All right, what's the game you love the most this weekend?
I kind of like them all the same, but I'll say let's go with Diego Pavia in Vandy, +1 at Virginia Tech. So the line tells us it's going to be close. Bad news for the Hokies because in 13 one-possession games during Brent Pry's tenure, they're 1-12 straight up. With that loss last week, they're now 16-22 straight up, 18-20 against the spread under Brent Pry. And they're on a short week. I mean, they played on Sunday, whereas Vandy played Saturday. Diego Pavia only played 2.5 quarters, but he was 20 of 25, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. So now that since Pavia got to Vandy, they are 8-6 straight up, 10-4 against the spread. With Pavia as an underdog 10 times, 8-2 against the spread, 5 outright wins. When they're a road underdog under Pavia, 4-0 against the spread with 2 outright wins. I like Vandy to win outright in Blacksburg.
Wow, and I thought South Carolina could have scored even more against Virginia Tech. Honestly, certainly they had they had some bad field position. Obviously, the one safety where Lenore's had 2 drops that could have been. Right. I mean, the Harbors is obviously faster than all hell, but I mean, if Harbors holds on to the ball, I mean, Sellers might have thrown for 400 yards in that game. It felt like I don't know. So I'm with you on this. I didn't love what I saw out of Virginia Tech in that South Carolina game anyway.
And Kyron Drones is the key for them, and he was fantastic in 2023. Not so much last year. 15 of 35 last week, and that interception in the end zone in the first half was horrible.
Yeah, that was disgusting. All right, Vandy +1 rolling with Diego Pavia, +1 against Virginia Tech. What's next?
All right, let's go Missouri -6 at home to Kansas. I made Missouri 10. They've now won 11 in a row at home and 17 of 18. The only loss being when Jaden Daniels orchestrated that comeback for LSU a couple years ago. But that doesn't matter because we're not betting on them outright. We got to win by 7. But during the 11-game home winning streak, Missouri has won 7 of those 11 by 7 or more. I like this team, Missouri, and my only question mark was quarterback because I just hadn't seen Bo Prabula play much. I know it was FCS competition, but he was great last week. 23 of 28, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's a legit dual threat. He had 65 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on just 10 attempts. And look, Kansas has played pretty good here. And I think it's going to be a close game for a little while, but I think Mizzou gets some separation, wins like a 34-21 type of game.
Just your typical SEC Big 12 game, right? A little reminiscent of Auburn-Baylor last week, right? Where it's like,
there we go.
There's levels to this shit.
Right?
Right?
Good
like
comp.
They got so much more talent. They just got more talent. They just do. They got a lot more talent. They got a lot more money and a lot more talent.
Better
and it matters
in the trenches.
More now.
Yeah, better in the trenches. Now, Jalen Daniels is a hell of a quarterback. He can make some plays and hang around for a little while, but I think over 60 minutes they cover.
Yep. All right. Missouri -6 against Kansas. So like Vandy. So look, so far we got 2 SECs with both under a touchdown. You got Vandy +1, Missouri -6. What do you got next?
Iowa State. I got 3 now, either overnight or this morning. A lot of books are at 3.5 now. I need it to be 3. So if you're tailing me by the half point. So Iowa was dominating this rivalry, had a 6-year winning streak, but Iowa State's now won 2 of the last 3, and Rocco Beck's playing great. 2 games, 68.8 completion percentage, 461 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks. He's also got a rushing touchdown, and they were coming from across the pond last week and playing a pretty good FCS team in South Dakota. They were only 16.5-point favorites, and they beat them 55-7. And Iowa might have been playing conservative against Albany, an FCS team. But we heard, they might not have wanted to put much on tape for Iowa State. But, we heard a lot about Mark Gronkowski, their new quarterback, being a major upgrade. But he must have been checked down Charlie last week, 8 of 15 for 44 yards. The Cyclones 9-5 against the spread, last 14 as home favorites. I'm on Iowa State -3.
Yeah, I heard some people discussing Iowa State as a possible playoff team.
I got them 13-1 to win the Big 12. That's all. That would make them a playoff team.
That would make them a playoff team. That would make them a playoff team. Yeah.
I will say the total in this game is 41.5, and 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams have gone under that number.
17 of the last 20, the under is 1. Now I don't know if it's been what combined scores you're talking about, but it's 17-3 to the under last 20 in this rivalry.
My God! All right, we're ready for 13-10. No, I guess you needed to be 14-10.
There we go. That'd be better. That'd be a lot better.
14-10. Okay. All right. Vanderbilt, Missouri, Iowa State. What's next?
Illinois -3 at Duke. So Duke, as a home dog under Diaz in year 1, went 2-0 against the spread with 1 outright win as a home dog. And they've been good at home since Elko got their start of 22. But this is not Cameron Indoor Stadium and hoops. This is not a raucous environment. Illinois plays at the Big House, the Shoe, etc. So, it's not that big of a home field. And Illinois has only been road favorites under Belima 3 times, but 3-0 against the spread. And they are now, going back to last year, they're on a 5-game winning streak. They've won 12 of their last 15. It was an FCS opponent, but they won 52-3 against Western Illinois last week. And Altmaier, the QB, last 16 starts, 30-7 TDI-INT ratio. I like Illinois -3.
This is you know what? And maybe Jessica Benson could have done this one. This is a sneaky, under the radar, outstanding quarterback game.
Yes.
Because Altmaier's on one side, and that Darian Mensah, who they paid $6 million for to get him away from Tulane, His first week last week, he was 27 for 34, 79%, 389 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Dang.
I was like, well, maybe they got their money's worth. So, I mean, like, this could end up being like a really, like, I think you could look back in like 4 years and be like, wow, you remember when those two teams played in a huge college game? Because that Mensa kid is really, really good too. Oh, P.S. I need to mention this to you while I'm thinking about it because I sent it to these guys yesterday. You always love that TD to INT ratio. You bring that up a lot.
Yep.
How about this for a TD to INT ratio? I saw this last night. During 3 seasons at Highland Park High School, Matt Stafford threw for over 9,000 yards, 94 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
No way.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
No way. 94 to 0.
I said, there's the Brian Edwards touchdown to INT ratio. 94 and 0.
Yeah, I think the best.
How did he not have a tip
ratio,
ball or something?
Yeah. I think Colt Brennan was like 55 to 4 one year, but 94 to 0.
No. What's his name? Stafford. Not Stafford. Burrow. What was his? Was it like 60 and 6 or 60 and
to 4 to 5 maybe or 4 in 19.
That was out.
Yeah, he was 60 to 6.
60 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
11% of his passes were touchdowns.
Oh my God. Now he had some wide. God, that was a squad. That's the best team.
God.
And that was like the worst. That was like the worst defense LSU had in a decade, and it just so didn't matter.
Yep. All right. So we got Vandy, Missouri, Iowa State, Illinois. Who's next?
I mean, that's pretty much it for college. I'm still thinking about Tulane -10 at South Alabama. If Mississippi State goes back to 7, I would play them, but those are the ones I like.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with Sam Leavitt. I like him, the quarterback at Arizona State.
I like him too.
Did you watch any Mississippi State? I thought they looked small.
You mean Southern Miss, Mississippi State?
Yeah, me and Roser flipped it on. I'm like, Mississippi State don't look like the size of these other SEC teams to me.
Right.
I know they're young, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They just visually they did not look big to me.
Right.
I was like,
I hear you.
This doesn't look like they got maulers on this team. You see some of these other teams. I mean, you watch the game sucked, but I mean, you watch LSU and Clemson. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is friggin' warfare.
Right?
Yeah. These guys are athletes now, and they're obviously both of them. Like their lines are.
Yeah.
I mean, Clemson. They got 2 defensive linemen that are going to be top 10, 12 NFL picks, probably.
A lot of NFL players on that field last Saturday.
A lot of NFL players on that field. All right, so we get Vandy, Missouri, Iowa State, Illinois. That's who Brian Edwards likes this week. Obviously, Cowboys money line tonight, right? No? What? No?
Come on now.
No. I got 4 of my 12 Survivor picks are Eagles tonight, and I've got a big teaser with the Eagles and Commanders. Or money line parlay.
Go to hell.
And Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown -150. If you can get it specific to the first half, rushing touchdown Jalen +180.
You haven't heard that Kenny Clark is the tush push destroyer?
We'll see about that.
Kenny Clark. And so they got him. They got him to stop the run.
Nobody stops the tush push. And also, if you want to get aggressive, A.J. Brown over 70.5 receiving yards.
What?
And I'm not against Philadelphia's team total over 13.5 in the first half.
Brian.
Let's
go, Brian.
No, we just signed Deron Bland at $94 million.
If you want to just keep stacking bets on the Eagles -2.5 in the first quarter.
All right, this is square stuff. Square stuff. Square. By the way, hey, I will say something good for you is that Devin likes, well, maybe good or bad. We'll see if Devin knows what he's talking about. He likes the Falcons this year. He thinks he could be a surprise team.
We lost our second best O lineman, Caleb McGarry, for the season though. That hurts. And then our backup offensive tackle is out till like late in October.
Oh,
so
great.
we're going to have some time.
Okay, so you're going to be
have
terrible. All right, Devin's wrong again.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Devin's wrong again.
Yeah, it's
okay.
tough out here, man.
Par for the course.
It's all good. Chalk it up.
Chalk it up. All right. What are your NFL bets? I don't even want to know them after that ridiculous Eagles display, but we'll go ahead.
Okay, so I think people forget that the Lions went 15-2, and at the end of the season, they had 6 defensive starters out for the year. And the second play of the game against Commanders, Amik Robertson limped off and was done for the game. So they had 7 starters on defense missing. I know they lost their coordinators, but Detroit, in my opinion, they're still the best team in football. And I like them plus 160 to win the NFC North, and I like them to win outright at Green Bay on Sunday. And they're a 2.5.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah, let's go. Hey, how about we go Micah Parsons parlay and we go Cowboys win, Packers lose.
There you go. I'm not on it, but you can.
Okay. You like Lions plus 2.5 against the Packers?
Yes, indeed. And then I like the Chiefs tomorrow night -3. And so last 9 games where they're a favorite of 3 or fewer or an underdog, 8-1 straight up in ATS. And they've had that pimp slap they took in the Super Bowl. They've had that to be pissed about all offseason. They're healthy. I think they're focused. And just neutral field against the Chargers, I can't turn down Mahomes -3.
It is kind of weird, right? They until that very end of the season where they threw one away. They won 15 games last year, but we all just remember, and I know a lot of them were close, but I mean, they didn't have Pacheco last year. They lost him in week 2. Hollywood Brown they didn't have last year. I mean, he's got a lot more weapons, coming back this year. Between Worthy and Hollywood and Pacheco and you could get a little revenge season stuff going on here with them, even though it would be the weirdest revenge season considering they won 15 friggin' games.
Right.
But they are not talked about like they won 15 games. They aren't.
And I like their win total over, it's either 10.5, 11, or 11.5, depending on what odds you want. But I think they win at least 12, and so I did the over on their win total.
Also, didn't the Chargers already lose their left tackle?
Rashawn Slater,
the
out for
best
the year.
player, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yep.
Anytime you lose your left tackle, I mean, Roser and I both been through it. Years ago, when we lost Tyron Smith, it was a different team, right? And obviously when his team has been without Trent Williams, it's like if you've got an amazing left tackle and he's out, your team can be wrecked. Seriously. Your offense is just not the same. And so, especially if they're really good.
Also, you mentioned the Chiefs, and I found this, I don't know, you tell me. Travis Kelce's season receiving yard total is 700.
Oh, that's way low.
He has never gone under that number. He had 823 last year, and that was a down year.
Oh, yeah.
He's engaged now, Roser.
I know.
But he looks to be in better shape. He looks to be in better shape, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he came in last year, a little overweight, they said.
Chunky.
Yeah. And now they say he was super sick in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He might be kind of washed.
All right.
He might be. I mean, he's played. I mean, this is his 11th season.
A lot of football.
It's a lot of football for a tight end.
So you like Vandy, Missouri, Iowa State, Illinois, and then you like the Lions and the Chiefs.
Yeah, and so I was asking Roser during the break.
I've got you.
I don't know. So I got it right now. What would y'all think the Ricky Pearsall receiving yards over under would be?
Oh, hold on. I've got it. No.
He's about to be a smart ass.
No, I'm not. I just saw somebody post it, actually. It said, who gives a shit? That's the over-under.
Come on.
I killed myself.
You know what? I hope the Eagles beat your ass tonight.
Thank you, Roser.
Beat your ass tonight.
It's George Pickens time.
Let's go.
Wake up.
Well, hey, Roser,
So
what
I
do you
don't have
think
the
it
number.
is?
So I'm looking at
I found it.
I'm looking at DraftKings, and they don't offer an exact number, but 50
No.
plus
I'm
receiving
gonna
yards
take
is plus 123.
Oh, you're talking about for the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna do for the season.
For the season, it's like 10,000 because he's gonna use the
Give me a
go.
break.
10,000.
So I don't think you realize we got some hardcore dudes. We got two dudes who have been shot.
Why do you keep saying
We got
that?
Ricky
That's the
Pearsall
third time
and
you said
Brian
that.
Robinson.
That's the third time you
We got
said
two
that.
dudes that have been shot.
Dude, we have guys that dodge bullets. Your guys just get hit by them.
They do get hit by them, but they survive.
You got white midgets for receivers. Get out of here. I got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, get
out of here.
All right.
Belichick's not on your sideline, and it's not 1998.
I like
We
Ricky
don't have
Pearsall.
white midgets.
Your best receiver can't be Ricky Pearsall.
You said you got white midgets.
Shut
bro.
up.
That's crazy.
We
Get
got
out of here.
Well, we
Listen to
got
this.
Ricky P, Jawan Jennings,
Ricky
God.
George
P's a
Kittle,
stud.
Christian McCaffrey. We are gonna cook on offense.
Good grief.
I like Ricky P over 42.5 receiving yards.
Oh,
and
God. Stop with your former Florida Gators. Why don't you tell us Kyle Pitts again, too? You're the last person on earth that
You're
still
still
thinks
on
Kyle.
Kyle-
You're the last human on
Damn
earth
right.
that still likes Kyle Pitts.
Kyle
Yep.
Pitts
Yep.
Island.
Kyle
Yep.
Pitts.
he's about to turn up, and it's been all the quarterbacks' fault.
So-
It's been 7 years.
Hey, Brian, can
When
you,
is he turning up?
can you speak on DJ Lagway having a 29 QBR week one?
Oh, no.
He had a what?
No.
His
A
QBR
what?
week one was a 29.7.
No,
His
it wasn't.
His stats were fine.
I'm looking at it
I thought
right
his
now. He's 15 to 18,
QBR
120. His QBR was a 29.7.
Oh, they won 50 something to nothing.
I mean, I'm just
Didn't they?
saying.
What does QBR take it down if you have small yardage or something?
I guess
guess.
so. If your yardage is low, I guess.
But that's not him. That's Billy Napier calling these quick look-in,
All right.
quick look-in passes.
Okay. All right. So we got Lions, Chiefs, Vandy, Missouri, Iowa State, Illinois. And Ricky Pearsall over.
Brian, what was the number? You said 42.5 at what? Like minus what?
Ricky
Minus
Pearsall.
minus 114
Minus
either
one.
way.
Hey, just get on to DraftKings. 50 plus receiving yards for Ricky P at plus 123.
Oh, my God. This guy's going to have 2 catches for 13 yards.
Shut up.
Hey, do you guys know who FSU plays?
He got shot last year. Minor setback
know.
for a major comeback.
Oh,
Keep
my God.
saying it. You're like Chris Collinsworth, bro.
We have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. We literally have 2 number ones.
Now here's a guy that got shot last year.
We have 2 number 1 receivers, and nobody cares. It's unbelievable. I mean,
Do
the
you know who
Cowboys just
FSU
never get the
plays?
credit they deserve. What?
Do y'all know who FSU plays?
Nobody worth a crap, right?
No.
Like Central Florida State, Southern.
East Texas A&M.
Yeah, right. Something like
East?
that. Yeah. A
And then
directional
they get 2 weeks to
agriculture school.
prepare for Kent State.
Wow. Jeez Louise. All right, so over 3-0.
So I got right. I got to get this for another month.
You got a couple more weeks of this one.
Couple more.
You got a lot of weeks of it, dude. They are loaded. Loaded.
Gus's offense with an athlete like Tommy C is good.
Oh my God! And when he chucked that 170 yards to Squirrel White, I was like, oh Lord! I mean,
Squirrel White?
You got like a damn college all-star team out there. It's crazy. They just took everybody's best player. It looked like.
Oh, let's
they did
relax.
good in the portal.
Let's relax. There's a few issues going on in Tuscaloosa.
I was looking at a line ahead. It said. It was Florida State minus 1,000 against Florida, so I didn't know if you wanted to say
yeah, right.
It's a look-ahead line. Look-ahead line. And Ricky Pearsall over. Okay. All right.
Now,
Brian, we'll catch up with you next week. Thanks, buddy.
Enjoy it,
Brian
fellas. See ya.
Edwards from VegasInsider.com.
I got some Memphis Tigers football news. for you.
Yeah, there's a little bit of news.
Brett visits from Brett McMurphy. Arkansas is ducking that smoke, Verno.
Oh, boy. They're trying to cancel.
They canceled the game. Gary
You
brought
knew
it up.
You knew it.
Gary brought it up last week.
Oh, maybe they should change their name to the Arkansas Chickens.
They moved the game next year to 2030.
You don't wear chicken hats instead of hog
why
hats.
do you wear chicken hats? And do the chicken dance while you...
I know that's where Tyson is, but I didn't know you were changing the mascot.
Arkansas Chickens, presented by Tyson Foods.
Yeah, the Arkansas Chickens. They're running from that smoke, man. They move our game. They're home and home. So if we didn't have the game this year, we probably would have never seen Arkansas and Memphis.
No.
So we see them this year. They're running from the game next year. They pushed it back to 2030 just so they can push the game back and cancel it in 2030. So don't run for that smoke, Arkansas. We know you're scared of Memphis. It's fine.
I hope we replace it with somebody worth a crap.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know what I mean?
Everybody's
It's going to be hard to schedule something, though.
Especially
it's going to be hard to schedule
you
anything.
beat Arkansas in 2 weeks.
I know. It's going to be hard to schedule anything.
That's 4 if you beat Arkansas, that's 4 out of 5 last P5s you play, you beat.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we knew that was coming, though. I mean, it's disappointing nonetheless. But as soon as they announced it was going to 9 games.
Right. You just you
knew that they are not honoring that contract.
No, like Memphis,
and they've got to play. And they've got to play one.
I mean, in fairness, if you are an SEC coach, you need all the wins you can get.
Exactly.
Especially if you're at Arkansas.
Yeah, you're not going to schedule Memphis. You're going to schedule Kent State and Kennesaw State.
You got you're playing Tulsa
and East Texas A&M Community College or
whatever.
whatever.
A non-conference that it doesn't kill you if you lose to them. Right. Like LSU and Clemson, like Alabama and Florida. Like
Well, they're playing Notre Dame.
You can have one of those where it's like, all right, even if we lose, it's not going to destroy our playoff spot. But you lose to a Toledo or a Memphis or a Boise or a, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially when you could very well take, 5 or 6 losses in your conference in any given year.
Yeah, they booted us and kept North Alabama, Tulsa, and Utah.
No, I guess it puts us ahead of Tulsa. Yeah, the Utah game is a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. Yeah. That's still that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Brian Edwards. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Until tomorrow. We're gone.